The Greek philosopher Meletes was obviously thinking about survival when he declared, "The first thing is water." He couldn't have been more correct. Without water, your chances of living are nil. And all the food in the area means nothing. This is especially true in hot climates where you sweat a lot. Even in cold weather, your body needs at least 2 quarts of water each day. Any lesser amount reduces your efficiency. Learn to use your water intelligently. Where water is scarce, drink sparingly. When you are extremely thirsty, or if you are hot from exercise, sip small amounts of water at a time, but drink your fill. By all means, don't drink urine. The waste material in it will make you sick. Purify all water if at all possible. Drinking impure water is dangerous. No matter how overpowering your thirst may seem, don't drink impure water. You are inviting disaster. One of the worst hazards to survival is waterborne diseases. Impure water teems with diseases and organisms. Purify all your water either by boiling for at least 1 minute or by using water purification tablets. Some of the diseases you may contract by drinking impure water include dysentery, cholera, and typhoid. Dysentery. You can be sure you have dysentery if you experience severe and prolonged diarrhea with bloody stools, fever, and weakness. Eat frequently and try drinking coconut milk, boiled water, or juice of boiled bark. Eat boiled rice if available. Cholera and typhoid. When you are in an area known for the prevalence of cholera and typhoid fever, be careful. Even though you may have had inoculations against these diseases, impure water may also contain flukes and leeches. Drinking these waters can have severe consequences. Flukes or blood flukes exist in stagnant polluted water, especially in tropical areas. If you swallow one while drinking, the fluke will bore into your bloodstream, live as a parasite, and cause painful and often fatal diseases. The best protection is to boil your drinking water. Flukes also may penetrate the unbroken skin while a person is wading or bathing in contaminated water. Leeches. Small leeches are particularly prevalent in African streams. If you swallow one, it will hook itself to your throat passage or inside your nose. While in this position, it will suck blood, create a wound, and move to another area. Each new wound will continue to bleed, opening the door for infection. Sniff highly concentrated salt water to remove these parasites, or pick them out with improvised tweezers. What I'm doing is I am testing this new software for live streaming, and what I was reading was the opening of the chapter on water in the FM21-76 survival manual from the United States Army. This isn't going to be a long chat or stream. I'm just, again, testing the software. And I thought I would test it by at least saying something useful, uh, since this will go live to YouTube and then become a recording. So let's keep going to see how this goes. Finding water, what you can drink. When you can find no surface water, tap through the Earth's water table for groundwater, rain, or melted snow that has sunk into the ground. Access this table, and its supply of generally pure water depends upon the contour of the land and the character of the soil. Rocky soil. Look for springs or seepages. Limestone have more and larger springs than any other type of rock. Because limestone is easily dissolved, caverns are readily etched in by groundwater. Look in these caverns for springs. Because lava rock is porous, it is a good source for seeping groundwater. Look for springs along the walls and valleys that cross the lava flow. Be on the lookout for seepage, where a dry canyon cuts through a layer of porous sandstone. In areas abundant with granite rock, look over the hillside for green grass. Dig a ditch at the base of the greenest area and wait for the water to seep in. In loose soil, water is usually more abundant and easier to find in loose soil than in rocks. Look for groundwater along the valley floors or on the slopes bordering the valley, because it is in these areas that the water table is most likely to surface. Land above river valleys also yield springs or seepage along their bases, even when the stream is dry. If you decide to dig for water, first look for signs that it is present. Dig in the floor of the valley under a steep slope, or dig out a green spot where a spring was during the wet seasons. In the low forest, along the seashore, or in river plains, the water table is close to the surface. Very little digging usually yields a good supply of water. Afternoon, Oxjaw. Um, in case you missed it, I'm actually reading out of the FM21-76. I'm working with some new software and trying to learn how to use it basically. So if you have any questions or want to ask me anything, please go right ahead. In deserts and arid lands, watch for water indicators when you are isolated in desert or arid regions. Some of the signals include the direction in which certain birds fly, plants, and converging game trails. The sand grouse of Asia, crested larks, and zebra birds visit water holes at least once a day. Parrots and pigeons must live within reach of water. Note the direction in which these birds fly. Chances are you will find something to drink. Cattails, greasewoods, willow, elderberry, rushes, and saltgrass grow only where groundwater is near. Look for these signs and dig. If you don't have a bayonet or an entrenching tool, dig with a flat rock or a sharp stick. Desert natives also often know of lingering surface pools in low places. They cover them in various ways, so look under likely brush heaps or in sheltered nooks, especially in semi arid and brush country. Sorry, you're probably going to hear my kids. It's over 100 degrees and they're in the house running back and forth. Hey, TJ's Woodworking. Uh, I'm testing out some new software for live streaming, and I'm reading out of the FM21-76 because I didn't have anything planned. Otherwise, I'm just trying to get this stuff to work. So if you have any questions or anything, just type them in and I'll be happy to answer them. Plants that catch and hold water. Bamboo stems often have water in the hollow joints. Shake the stems of old yellowish bamboo. If you hear a gurgling, cut a notch at the base of each joint and catch the water in a container. In the American tropics, the overlapping, thickly growing leaves of the pineapple like bromeliads may hold a considerable amount of rainwater. Strain the water through a cloth to eliminate most dirt and water and insects. Other water yielding plants include traveler's tree of Madagascar, the umbrella tree of western tropical Africa, and the baobab tree of northern Australia and Africa. Yeah, if somebody comes in and you wanted to check out their channel, give them a sub, that's great. Um, and I appreciate we're trying to build community here. So cool. So how's everybody doing today? Not sure how long the delay is on chat from you guys typing it to me. And I hope I'm not boring you too much just reading out of this book, but as I said, I'm working on the audio and all this with the new software. And if you hear strange savage screaming, as I said earlier, my kids are home. It's very hot today. So they're in the house with me. Oh, joy for me. No, I love my kids. They're just kind of loud sometimes. If anybody has any survival questions or prepping questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them. The FM21-76 that I'm reading out of is the 1976 edition of the Military Survival Guide. Basically, what it is it servicemen were given this, and it basically teaches you just anything you need to know in a situation where you're lost out in the middle of the wild, whether it be desert, Arctic, regular forest. It gives you information on wildlife, plants, how to build shelters, how to make traps, purify water, build a fire, just about anything you can think of. It's an amazing tool to have. Um, I think you can actually pick these up on Amazon or on eBay. They're not real expensive, but the information in it can definitely be a lifesaver. It's what the military teaches. Yeah, it goes in even to like I don't know if you can see this, but plant identification, uh, goes into some first aid, goes into some s.e.r.e. or where it teaches you how to go through an area without being seen, how to build stealth shelters and things of that nature. It's an amazing book. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do as far as live streaming. I definitely want to get into it. Um, my issue is what I'm doing right now because of my computers. I have to run chat on one computer and the actual stream on another computer. So what I've been thinking about doing a stream like once a week, just basically to talk about survival things or bushcraft, prepping. I have a focus in all those, and I'll just see if there's any interest in it and go from there. All right, TJ, we'll see you later, bro. I'm getting ready to jump off here anyway and check how everything came out. So thanks for stopping by, guys. I appreciate it very much. I'll be doing this again once I get things kind of figured out. So you guys take care, bud. All right, I'm going to end the stream now and check the stats on how the software ran on my computer, and I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day.